الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد باب ما جاء في ذكر خاتم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حدثنا قتيبة بن سعيد وغير واحد عن عبد الله بن وهب عن يونس عن ابن شهاب عن أنس بن مالك رضي الله تعالى عنه قال كان خاتم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من ورق وكان فصه حبشيا. As we started this chapter, it is about the ring Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us busy till we die to find out every second of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Everything which was said by Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, which was performed, which was from the body Mubarak, from the action Mubarak, from his beauty Mubarak. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we remain drowned into the life of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It is Jummah night, and who knows, moment of acceptance of dua. And as we were discussing yesterday, that Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi was asked that if you are being informed that this evening you are going to die, what will you do? Where, in what will you spend your evening? So he said, I will spend my evening in seeking ilm. When it comes to ibadat, no ibadat will be even superior than seeking ilm if it is being taken with sincerity, if it is being gained. If someone is seeking ilm with sincerity, then nothing is superior than seeking ilm. And yesterday we were talking about, it was Arnold. Arnold, he was a teacher of Iqbal. He was a teacher of Iqbal. Iqbal, one of the great philosophers of Pakistan, Hakim-e-Mashriq. They have given him title Hakim-e-Mashriq, that he is one of the wisest person of East, one of the very, very wise person of East. Or some people give him the title of Sha'ir-e-Mashriq. Sha'ir-e-Mashriq, that he was the poet of East, Shair of East. Our Hazrat Shah Hakim Muhammad Akhtar Sahib rahmatullah alayhi used to say that do not call him Allama. You see, ilm is something else. Ilm is something else. That's why Iqbal, he was very, very impressed by Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri rahmatullah alayhi. When he saw the ilm of Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri rahmatullah alayhi, then Iqbal was very, very impressed. So yesterday I had forgotten the name, Arnold. Arnold was such a teacher of Iqbal. Iqbal had such a respect that at one stage he had decided that he is going to stop his poetry. He is not going to write poetry. He is not going to say his poetry. He had made up his mind that I will not continue. I will stop from now on. So someone said to Arnold that if you speak to Iqbal, then he will listen to you. I just want to make a point that how much Iqbal used to respect that Arnold. So Arnold spoke to Iqbal that no, your poetry is very beneficial. You know, Iqbal, his poetry is being translated into all languages of the world. Arabic and English and many other languages. Revolutionary poet, revolutionary shair. So he started again because of the Arnold. When Arnold said to him that say your poetry because it is very beneficial. Do not be disheartened. So he started again. So that same Arnold, when he was coming back to Europe, so Iqbal, because he was student of Arnold, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are two attitudes when it comes to learn and teach. Islamic attitude and non-Islamic attitude. There is difference, between earth and the sky, between Islamic attitude and non-Islamic attitude. This is Islamic attitude. That he learned different sciences of the world, not Islam, but he was his teacher. So when he was coming to Europe, they felt that no, we indebted to him. So as far as possible we can go to bid him farewell, we will go. So they came into the same ship, and they came as far as the shores of Europe to bid him farewell. So when they were traveling by that ship, captain made an announcement that there is trouble into the ocean, and this ship may sink. The ship may sink. That announcement was made. So Iqbal quickly rushed to Arnold. Maybe they were in a different decks. So he went to his deck, that may be lower deck. When he went to Arnold was reading book. So Iqbal went up to him. And you know why I am saying this? On this we waste wallahi our time. Maybe sometime this tool will take us to hell. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. This tool will take us to hell. May Allah protect us. Very tempting, very attracting, very time consuming, very magical, very deceptive. When you switch it off and you see, oh, I had spent 1 hour, 2 hours sometimes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Use your time in something which is meaningful, otherwise go to sleep. Use your time in something meaningful, otherwise go to sleep. Look at this non-Muslim. We have fear between life and death. The whole ship must have been worried that we are going to die. Iqbal went rushing to him and he found him reading book. So Iqbal said, do you know what is happening? He said, I know. So he said, it's worth dying while seeking some few more words in your knowledge. Is it more worth or just dying crying and so he said, if we are going to die, then it will be worth that you are increasing 1 or 2 words knowledge in your knowledge. That is what Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi said. That is what Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi said. This is our lost property. I think in Persian something has been said, a sentence, Mata'egum Shuda, that it is lost property of a true believer. And that is what Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi said, that he was asked that if you come to know you are going to die tonight, where will you spend your evening? He said, I will spend my evening in learning ilm. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us, extension in our life and commitment and sincerity and niyat that, we remain drowned into Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. into Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in his life, in his statements, in his saying, in his Quran. So we started this chapter about the ring Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and last time we went through that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was advised, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given suggestion that you are writing letter to the emperors of the world. If you want them to pay attention to your letter, then they must go with stamp. Otherwise, they will not accept it. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam then made his ring. And on his ring Mubarak, there was Muhammadur Rasulullah. Now ulama said, Mufti Sayyid Palanpuri Sahib Rahmatullah alayhi said that because it has the ayat, Muhammadur Rasulullah, it is one sentence from the last ayat of Surah Al-Fatah. From the last ayat of Surah Al-Fatah. That is why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam never used to take it to the toilet, because it is Quran. It is Quran. And that's why, some people, they have ring, and on those rings it is written like Kaf, Haya, Ain, Sad, Hamim, Ain, Sin, Qaf, Tasib, Mim, Alif, Lam, Mim. These huruf muqatta'at. And as we had discussed before also, that these are the code words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the code words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one can safely say that code words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has more power than any nuclear power of the whole world. But if we have yaqeen and iman, if we have yaqeen and iman, if they are not giving us benefit, then immediately we must conclude that there is some weakness in our iman, in our conviction, in our yaqeen. So these are the code words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, some rings, you have that huruf muqatta'at. Mufti Sayyid Sahib Palanpuri Rahmatullah alayhi said that if you have that ring, do not go with that ring into the toilet, because Alif Lam Mim, it is the sentence of Quran. Hamim, it is the sentence of Quran. Yasin, it is the sentence of Quran. Tasin, Mim, it is the sentence of Quran. It is the word of Quran. So you can't go with Quran into the toilet. So it is being said that if you have these types of rings, then don't go with them into the toilet. And remember that these are the huruf muqatta'at. And these are the huruf muqatta'at, code words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا يَعْلَمُ تَأْوِيلَهُ إِلَّا اللَّهُ. The exact meaning only Allah knows. If some people who are into the secret assembly of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them the risk of these code words. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us greed for that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us greed for that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give greed of that to our progeny till the day of Qiyamah. No wealth is greater than the wealth of Quran and Sunnah. So rings, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some Sahaba, they started making the same sort of ring of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, stay away from that. Then, like last time we were talking, that some Sahaba made the ring. Like Hazrat Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala, he had that ring of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam for tabarruk, to seek barakat, and Abu Bakr radiyallahu ta'ala made his own ring, and it was written on his ring, min husni islamil mar'i tarkuhu ma la ya'ni. From the beauty of person's Islam, that he leaves everything which is meaningless. Again, this is the Hadith Sharif, and this Hadith Sharif has demand from you, from your life and the social media. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, min husni islamil mar'i tarkuhu ma la ya'ni. From the beauty of person's Islam, that he leaves anything and everything which has no meaning, which is useless, which is meaningless, which has no benefit. If you have that in your life, then your Islam is beautiful. And if you don't have in your life, then you don't have beautiful Islam. I am not saying, Nabi Sallallahu said. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, he has made his ring. You want to perform salat? Can you go upstairs? Jazakumullah. Umar radiallahu anhu made the ring, and on his ring it was written, Kafa bil mawti wa'izan. That everybody needs reminders. Like we have it, it is one of the reminder. Everybody needs reminder. Umar radiallahu anhu has made his ring, and it was written on his ring, Kafa bil mawti wa'izan. You need reminder? There is one of the greatest reminder, and that is death. Death is more than sufficient to be reminded. So that is what was written. And the second thing, that is what we were going to discuss. Second thing, it was written, second ring, he had Umar radiallahu anhu, and it was written onto that ring, Matasta'abattumun nas wa qad waladathum ummahatuhum ahrara. This is such an applicable sentence in our modern day, because modern day there are modern slaveries. Wallahi, we are more slaves than free. Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullah alayhi, he had lengthy discussion that whether Aql Kamil exists or not. The most complete intellect, does it exist or not? He has that debate discussion, and he said it doesn't exist. And what it means, that we have different way of life, different philosophies, different ism like secularism, communism, socialism, capitalism, all these isms, they are covering the whole world. They are covering your thinking. They are covering your days, your nights. So he said, in his time, he said that there is no aql kamil now. There is no pure aql. May Allah subhanahu, when we will have pure aql, when our aql is totally colored by Quran and Sunnah. And so, may Allah, so Umar radiallahu anhu, he said that from when you made everybody your slave, their mother had given them birth with total freedom. Why you enslave them? That is what Umar radiallahu anhu said to his own army. Imagine, he said to his own army. Then this sentence from Umar radiallahu anhu, it is applicable to the mankind from his time till the day of Qiyamah. And they said, the Freedom Charter, United Nations Freedom Charter. These are the principles of liberty. These are not the principles of liberty. These are the principles of slavery. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring us back to Quran and Sunnah. Inshallah, we'll continue into this chapter about the ring Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu.